Welcome to Unlimited Monies blog, your ultimate destination for everything related to app development, website blog tips, tech tutorials, business strategies, and making money online. If you're ready to dive into the world of digital entrepreneurship and unlock unlimited potential, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's content, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with your friends who share your passion for technology and online business. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more exciting content. Remember, your feedback helps us grow and improve, so don't hesitate to reach out. You can also comment in the description. Now, let's get started and turn your dreams into reality. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome to Unlimited Monies blog. Welcome to this channel. In this video, the episode of this video is to talk about lists in Sketchware app. Many of us are known of that. This is list. So in our previous episodes, we are able to understand the useful of variables, is blocks, and those things. So if you have not yet watched the episodes, I recommend you to check our playlist link in this section of the description section of this video. You will get it there. So in this video is what we know as lists. You want to go into the explanation to those options and its blocks. So first of all, we understand this option known as add list. So what is add list? If you have add list, something like this, click on the add list. You see we have three lists that we can add in lists in our Sketchware. We have here number lists, we have string lists, and we have map lists. So what are the useful of these things? If your list is to talk about numbers, maybe you want to make something like items in numbers, so it is for you to use number lists to add your list. If your list is you want to talk about let me say in form of names of items, so that you have to go to string is talk about names, something letter. So number is something numbers. So map is something is like you want to make let me say you want to make something like in a group of, so something that will be in a group, let me say something like that will mix with both numbers, phone numbers, Gmail, like I believe you understand what I mean now. Anything both numbers and letters. So that is how you use map list to add your list in Sketchware. So after that, once we have that one, the next one we have here is add custom lists. So when you known as add custom list is when you click on here, it is only when you have something like example like array list data you can be able to add. If you don't, because this is something known as array list data, it is not in Sketchware, like as if it is something like built-in block or built-in view in Sketchware. But we have lists in Sketchware. We have recycling view. We have is it spinner and all those views that are like something like that. They are like lists in form of lists. Maybe recycler, grid, and all those things. Okay, but in the area of array lists, we don't have it as kind of inbuilt item or function or options in Sketchware app. So if you want to add something like that, it will be through custom block. You have there are custom block that are known as array lists. So you can add it customly, maybe through source code directory or custom block. So you'll be able to make use of this add custom variable, because this custom add custom list is already the same thing that we explained in our previous episode video. Add custom variable, like anything that is custom in block is what you add a custom variable to that custom block. Anything that is custom in view is what you will add custom variable to that custom view. So I believe you have the idea on this part of variable. So once you have the list, like the list view data, like an example array list, then you give it the name, example like data list, string list, number list, and all those things. So that is how this area works. So the next area we have here, before we go into that one, the next area we have here is remove. So you can only remove view when you add any list. You can remove the list. So maybe you have a list that you don't want to make use of it, you add a list and you remove it. So but if the list is in use, you will not be able to remove it. You have to remove the list from this or anywhere in this area. You have to drag and delete it off in this area, any area of here or anywhere that you have used the make use of that list. Then you will come be able to remove it from here. So it will not be allowed to remove. So now before we understand the particular thing known as list, first of all we want to add a list now. So click on the add list. I will let me try with number. I will now say number list. So this my list is all about number. I will show you. So as you can see, number list is coming with a lot of blocks that let me say that are like numbers. So for example, now we have a fileable here. This is something like fileable lists, something like fileable. Okay, now we have list numbers. We have list number here. So at the beginning now, the function of this list, this variable list, is something like this. If you want to add drag in this boolean list number, you want to say list number contain so number. You can see it's come with number known as value. This is here is known as number value. So it contains a number value. It is not string value. So if you want to know the use of this one, is to be entering here. Sometimes you don't want to make a drag and a drop down menu to select it from here. So you just pick it from here and put it here. It will enter. That is a string known as a form of fileable, not string, fileable. So this is fileable itself. So the next one we have here. So this one is if this string, this boolean information known as, for example, now we have something like if condition. So this is the if condition. You drag it and put it this way it can enter, or it may enter anywhere that is boolean value. So once you have a boolean value area, it will enter. So it means that if this list number string contain so number known as maybe contain 3, understand, then what will happen? Then there will be an let me say something like action to this particular command. So that is the list, the first function of that one. The next one that we have here is number string. You see, this one is like form of number block. This number block itself. So what's the meaning of this number block? Gets at number, which number? Position of 0. This place always means 0 or number. Maybe something like random or what. Maybe people normally use 0. Get a 0 of a list number. What's the list number? You want to select from here, or you want to drag in this string and put it here. You will see accepts. So that one is number block lists. So the next one we have here is also number, but this one is index. What's index? Index is like we index a particular number into list string. I believe you understand. So okay, let's say we have already created something like list numbers. You say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. We want to say okay, index number 1. We index only one number, value, like number 1 value can be indexed in which number? In the list string number. You can select it or you can drag this one and put it there. So that's the meaning of, or the uses of these particular blocks. I have finished with this one. Let me just drag them out so that it will not be confused. So the next one we have here is we have explained the index. The one we have here is add list. So this is the first of all, we start with this one. So if you want to make use of this one, before you can be able to make use of others of the previous one that I have already explained. So for example, I want to say you want to make like 1 2 3 4. So we have about 5. This block is about 5 now. So I will show you the meaning of this thing. About 5, okay, or more than. So this thing now means that this is number 1. You want to make something like 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, now I want to say add number 1. I believe you understand now. Add number 1, add number 2, add number 2, number 3. Okay, let's talk with it to make the video short. As if let's continuously till 300. Anyhow you want to make it to be more. So for example, when I say add number 1 to list number, what's the list number? Maybe you maybe you drag, you touch this area, you touch this area to select the list number. Sometimes this number may be more than one, so it depends what you are using them for. Maybe if this one is talking about item 1 or shoe items, or classrooms, or number of the customers, you can say customer number. So you will not be using number. This number cannot repeat itself in another this in block, this number block. It will make, maybe you say class number, or student number, or teachers numbers, or workers number. So that is how it will be. So if thing is more than one, you just select it, or you are using this variable itself, this variable, and put them here, so it will indicate and know the one that you are talking about. So this number, now you say add number 1 to list number, add number 2 to list number, add number 3 to list. From there, now you will be able to make use of this one. Say if list number contain 3, you believe you understand now. You just say now if this number contains 3, which is say we added this 3 to this. You now say if this number contains 3, let's also something happen here. So that is how this ones work. So we have finished with add number. You understand the meaning of added number. So the next one that we have here is insert at. Okay, now we want to talk about insert at. For example, now there is a position of list number. You want to say, okay, already you added a number in number 3, number 4, number 5. You now say insert what number? Number 3. Insert number 3 at the position of what number? At the position of 0. For example, we want to sort, instead of we want to say at the position of 0 into list string, I believe now. So if you do this, something like this means it may be like as if you want to make number 3 to start from up to down. Like it is not normally sorting, but it's something like you want to say, I don't want number 1 to come accordingly. If you don't want them to come accordingly, or for something like alphabetically or in series, so you make it this way, or a position of number 4, or make number 1, or insert number, also number, or random. You can use something like in operator. We have what we know as random. Pick random, it will still enter here. Then you pick random. Maybe you want to say from number 1 to that 3, or from number 1 to that 3. So it's pick random from number 1 to that 3 at 0, position of 0 to, that means things will start from 1, 2, 3. That's in line of list. So that's the meaning of this known as inserts. Another one that we have here is general. As you can see, we have finished the list number below. Under the list number, we have finished the explanation to this list number. Another one that we have here is general. So in our general, we have about let me say, we have 4 blocks in this general itself. When you know, as you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So explanation to these 4 blocks, I will have to remove this one so that you understand what I'm talking about. Let me just keep this condition block somewhere in case of use. So our condition, or our general blocks, contain list. What is a list string? So we don't have list string yet. If you click here now, you see that there's no list string. Here is empty. So what's a list string? List string is as if say you have made a list string. So sometimes you added a list string somewhere here. Once you click here, click add list, then you add this particular one known as string. This one here known as string. So once you click on that one, you add it, it will appear here that this list string add all from this number. That means say the number of the items, maybe say you want to say number of number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6 till 10. It will add all these number 1 to 10 to the list string. So this string now, what's the use of this list string? So that when you drag in a string view, a list view, it will be able to show those numbers in your list view. When you drag in list view, I believe you know of list view. If you don't know, comment in the comment section of this video. I will give you the explanation to that in my Telegram channel. So that is how this one works. It says you want to grab something from all the room, from the other room to the new room, or to make something that are in the warehouse to come to the main selling store. So that is shopping store. That's the meaning of this particular block. The list string, you have already put something, those numbers in the list string, and now, in the list number. So now you want to bring them to the list string, so that once you make a showcase, the showcase is the list view that you will drag into your user interface, and those numbers will be listed down in the list view. So I don't want to launch any of these tutorial apps to show off how those things work, but I believe from my explanation you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about here. So that is how this one works. The next one is the number block. Is a number block shape. Anytime, like I said in my previous video, anytime you see any shape of a block like this, it means number. So this one means that length of list. For example, now I want to say if the length of add the length of list. For example, now I want to say if the length of this list string, for example, let's say you make something like 15 in numbers. I want to say, okay, pick the length of the string is more than, if the length of the string is equal to, for example, now let me say we have condition block here. This is our condition block. I want to show you how this one can be used anywhere, but sometimes if you misuse this way, the way that it's supposed to work, it will cause the app to crash. Because the app in fact, not even maybe, it will be crashing, because it will automatically close the app because you are not using it in a very right way. So I want to show you something now. So in our condition block, we have something like equal to, then I fix it in our boolean. So the boolean equal to, now to say if the length of this if the length of the list number, what's the list number? Let's come back to our list. If the length of this number, this is the list number here, is equal to, let's say is equal to 10. You want to make a list that is more than 10. So I want to say if the length of this number is equal to 10, what will happen? It will show them that you have reached the maximum list number. For example, now that's what this means. So I want to make use of it. The next one that we have here is delete at position of. So for example, now I'm going to say, let me remove this one so that you'll not be confused of this tutorial explanation. So here we have this block known as delete at position. This block value, this number value block, this number value is always come with 0 or position. So the position means maybe 0. Let's just say 0 in short. So something like this always contains 0 if you want to make use of it. So because it means that, let me fix this thing so that you understand. I will explain it all. It means that delete at position of the list string. So this one now, if you want to make use of this one, sometimes you want to see that, you want to say how can someone press an O to delete a particular let me say item that he has already let me say added to the cart, like I said in the previous recently. So sometimes you have something like okay, let me say you make something like to-do list, or you created a notepad app. So someone is doing to-do list. You now say, okay, I made a to-do list. Then this one now, I've already done this one this morning or today. So I don't want it to be showing here, so that I could not be confused, so that I will know which one remains for me to take over. So you want to press an O to delete that particular one. So that's when this one comes in. That's the use of this particular block. Once press an O, what will happen? This particular block to delete at the position of that press and O, at the position of that item that you are pressing an O, then of the list number. So that's how this one works. I believe you understand it now. Works. The last one we have, not the list, is clear list. I can bring it in here. Clear list. So you see the same thing. This thing, no matter how it looks long, this one looks short. You see enter here. This is its place. So this one means that if there was something like list, and you want to maybe something like you register for a particular platform, or you fill a form, or you do something like lists, or whatever thing you are doing, then you want to clear all the lists. So once you put this block in that particular button, you say when this button click, it means it will clear everything. The list map, the list string, the list everything, the list number, it will be deleted very well. Everything will be clear and empty. And even if you close the app and open it again, it will not show because it has clear. So that's the use of this one. If you want to clear any list, you use this one, clear list, it will clear off. So the next list, we have another list here known as string. So before I will add this one, I have to remove remove the previous one that we have already finished. I check on it, I remove it. So I have another one known as string, so I will add this one. The string, I can say also string. Let me say string. String, I use string, like list string. So in this particular one, you see also all those let me say list as its own variable. So this is variable to itself, because you make this one to use on behalf of list drop down menu. So if you want to make use of this one, what you have to do here, also like the way we use in other one, you can understand all these things from what I have already explained in the number block file, this in string, list string. So because everything here are the same, we have this one, we have the same boolean, that list string, if list string contain so something. Like the other one was, if I didn't show off the other one, I would have shown you that this one now is coming with shape of string shape, while the other one was with a number shape. You see that the shape of this one is not circle, rather it's square. So that this means that it is string shape. So for example, now you say if this string contain the this thing, let me say letter, alphabet, whatever. Maybe you want to say, okay, contains name, contains surname, contains a middle name. This is what will happen. So the next the other one we have here, another one we have here is in form of number shape. Yes, but it's string. Why is it? If you want to say the number is that, if in case you want to use it, you want to, not even in case, it's something that you can use when it comes to number command. So that is that's why it gets its own body in number shape. But in the value, it is the string value of it is string. It has string value and it is in list string. So you make this use of this list string in when you have list view, like I said. So you say that if this thing is in, if this thing is in list string, and or this something like, for example, now you say get the number, let the number 3 take the position. This now you now put this thing in that value of the number value shape, it will enter. Number value shape, it will enter. So that is how that one be. The same thing like the other one that I explained. So this one now, it's like this one, we didn't have this one in our yes, we didn't have this particular block of valuable string, this particular string, list string here in our number string. So you can get this one. Okay, maybe you have it, can get, see this one. This one is get at position of, you see now. So if you want to talk about, you're not going to talk about you say let this thing get a position of, when you want to make a list string. So list string now is going to say each of the list string, there is something like let's say you make a list view, one text view. Then this text view now, with this one text view, it will list down anything that will come into the list string. So it means that this one text view now will get the name and the position of that list to what, from of the list string. So whenever anything that you added into the list string, the text view will grab a name from that list string based on the position and list down the list string. It is not only that, if you have something like 500 lists in the list string, 500 items or position in the list string, you have to add something like 500 text view. No, use only one text view, only text view one, to get the list of those 500 lists, because it will be at the position of the list string. So that's how that one be. Another one is something that we need to use before we go into this previous or this already explained blocks. It is this one known as add. So add this, like we see in our the other block, number block, it was add this thing to a list string. You can see it here. This one is string shape, like I said before. So it means that you can add the name, add whatever name you want to say. Okay, add school to the list string. See now, so this school now will be added to the list string. So when you want to get the list string now will grab this school and make it, maybe if this school is more than 20 in name, say school, it will be list down the schools. As the more this thing is like this, the more the list will be going down, and the position of it, it will not be by how many text field you need to add or how many numbers you need to add, but once you have this thing and you have the position and the position of this list view, you get it. So that is how it works. In other one, we have the insert the list view at the position of this one to the list string. So the same thing like the number one, insert the school at the position of what, 0 to the list string. So that means that the 0 will start each of the first thing that you added to the string or to the list string, it will come to the top, or yes, the first one will go to the top, the second one will go to the bottom of the first one, like that. So that is how it works. It is not something that will be like you add something like school first, then after you want to come and add something like church, it will go, church will stand at the position. So the other one will first stand at the position, the other one go next below the first added to the string. So we have the inserts now. So another one we have is sort. If you want to sort it, what do we mean by sort? You can, if you want to experience that, you want to notice that we didn't have this sort in our number file, this in number list, but we have it in our list, our string list, because number list does not have sort. Yes, you cannot say, you cannot count 1 3 8 5 1 5 3 4 6 10 11 15. No, it's always 1 2 3 4 5. But in list string, list string is something like letter, alphabets, names to things, anything that you want to do. So you can say let school stand at top, or let the sort be like alphabetically, or A to Z, or Z to A, or number to Z, all those things. So that is how that is how this one works. You want to sort it, you want to say the first one will come, or based on the time, or based on the sizes of those items. So that is the meaning or the use of this particular one. So in our last section, we have the 4 blocks in the general, like the other previous one. We have the first one here, list string, add all from the list number list string. So the list string here will add everything from the list string. So once you add this one, when you say let this thing add, let this one add, let this one add, then from there now, this very, when you added everything from here, then this place now will grab the whole thing that are here. This here is this one is there. So this one now is in form of, in form of empty in value. It has empty items. So now it will come and get everything that you added to this one into you, so that once you drag in your list view, the list view will be able to receive what is here and display to the users. I believe you get them all. So that is how this one works. So in another one we have here is at the position of, so the same thing is, the length of the list string is equal to 50, is equal to 40, is equal to 100, or any number you may want to choose. So it means that the number is either maybe maximum or minimum. So if it's equal to 0, the user need to add something to the list, or add and choose items or whatever. So now the other one is delete at the position of the list string. You press an O to delete, or you click on remove to remove the particular one, like a single line of your string list, or you have anything you want to add behind, then you add it. So the last one is clear list. You want to clear the whole list. Maybe you add something like cards in your shopping app, and you think like deleting everything from the cards and keep the cards empty, so you can add new items and place your order. So this way you make the app such feature or option to your users. Once they click on this particular, when this block is in action, it means it will clear the list, maybe the username list or the list map itself. Yes, you can do it. So we have finished the explanation to the second list of variables. So the next one we have to do is map. We want to go into map, but before I put on the map, I would love to remove the list string, so it will not be much, you will not be confused of. Okay, we want to place add another list known as map. So I will also give it the name map. So we go in. So into this map now, you see everything is like being different. because in our list string, in our list number, there things are like getting to be the same, but here in our map things are mostly not even like, it's most different from others of the lists variables. So here we also, I always explain to you, this one, it always has its own variable as well, so you can make use of it, or you can get it from the drag and drop down menu options. So the first one is the boolean. It does not mean that since this one is first one, you have to use this first one before any other one. You first of all have all this you know this block as regular block. If you want to understand the shape of this block, we always know it as regular block. All this block means as regular, so this one had to be used before the boolean. Boolean is in form of something you want to give a command or make a command or do something like persuasion. You want to persuade for a particular thing, say if this thing is like this, let this thing be like this. So this is the use of this particular block. It does not mean that this block must be used first before the others of the regular blocks. So but before that, I want to explain the boolean first of all, because we have it in our list first. So this is like already I showed to you. This is where this particular variable can mount in. So if the list map contain at the position of keys, what is a key? Because first of all you need to add this, like I said, you need to add the regular blocks, these 3 regular blocks, any of these 3 regular blocks, before you can make the key. What's the key? For example, now I want to say at the position is 0, normally 0. Okay, now you want to say the key. What's the key? Key, you can say key education. So now you say education, you want to say if this map contain at the position of key, at the position 0, key education. What's the education? How do you get the key? The key is that you have this insert, or you have something like add. You want to say okay, add key education, and then say education. Okay, that's the key. What's the value? The value is what does this education contain? That's the meaning of the value in blocks. Like when we talk about education contains, we want to say okay, this education contains school. Say school. That means that anytime they recommend this education, it means that school will be appear. If you have anything you want to add, whatever thing you want to add, place any text, it stand for this. The text will stand for, or this education is stand for the text. That's the value to the list map. What's the list map? The list map that we created. So that's from this one. Now you'll be able to get the boolean block in action. So that's it. So this one is to add those things into the list map. This one is to insert the key. What's the key? This key, the same key. Any I want to change the insert the key, then the value at the position of 0 to the list map. Once you make this one to the list map, then you now bring this one to grab to get the information that are in this one to the list map, the same list map. So the next one we have here is get at the all. So this one is that, for example, when I want to make use of, is when we talk about let's say you want to get key. The key of this one is education. We have education here as the key, and the next thing we have here, the value. What's the value? You don't want to grab the value. You don't want to make a text for the value because there is a text already. You don't want to make a text for the value because there is let me say list map already. So you now get this block from here, this kind of block, get value at position key education. So now put it here, it will still work. You can see now it's accepted. So now the position is what? 0. So because it will be getting them one after the other. That's why we are using that 0. If you want to talk about 1, it means that only the particular number, maybe number 1 will be able to receive the data, then and store in the list map. But once you use 0, it means it will start from anywhere the list is starting. It will just start from there and bring it to the end of the list. So from there now you now say the key. What's the key? Our key was education. So from there now we have education here. The education, what's the value of that education? Remember, the education was school. So the school is the education. So now of the list map, what's the list map? The list map is the map that we added, that we created at the position. Which of the position again? The 0 position, 0. to the list map. Which list map. But what I'm trying to do here, it is not that this one must enter here. Okay, this one must not enter here, except there is different key and there is different map. I believe you understand now. So if this map now is this same one, is to crash the app will show it up. But before you can use something like this, it means that here is different, or maybe here is different from this particular one. So, and this also key is different from the map that we are talking about. I believe you understand now. This same key now is different from this one, and the map is not the same block content map is in this one, so you can make use of it. Without that, it will crash the app, or it won't even allow you to launch or to create run your apk file. So the next one is set key. The same thing, like we say, you set the key. What is the key? Education, the value, you bring the value, what education needs to be contained, or the content of that education, and the position of the list map. So you select the list map also, so that's the same thing. So the other one is add the map. Which map you want to click? The map. You don't have any map. How do you get the map? The map can only be get in fileable. So once you come to fileable, once you add a map here, it means that I want to put something from the list to this map, because this map now, it will make use of these two this means variable and the list. You can make use of them. For example, I want to say this map so that you understand what I mean here. So that's how you can get this list map, because before it was empty. Now you see we have now. That's how you get it. Add this list map to the list string. So if there is anything that you added into this list map in our fileable, if you have any fileable there and you add something to that list map, maybe numbers or item or name of the items, so from there, once you add them, it will bring all the lists, all those things that are in the map, and it will bring it to the list map. So from the list map, it will be able to get it to the list view for the users to see what are there and what they need to select for themselves. So our next block we have here, we have a next block here known as add map. The same thing. The other one was set map, and the position of the same thing. So once you add this map, you'll be able to make use of this set map at the position of the list map. I believe you understand it. So once you add the map, the same UUU map, it says set the map, and the position to be always 0. I can always remember you of the list map. The list map is the list map that we just created. So that is how this one works. The other one is add map to, okay, sorry, the other one is get at position of the list map to the map. So you want to get something from the list map to the map. Maybe you have the complete list, and you want to put it into list to the map, because through the map you can send it to your Firebase. Yes, maybe if you have Firebase and you want to make something like user registered account. If you want to make user registered accounts, and you want your users to want to get the information of the users in your app, once they log in, you have everything. Maybe something like paid app. So you want to make a list for them. The list something like username, Gmail address, phone number, and any necessary you need to get, any other data you need to get from them. Then once you make that list finish, the list will now send to the map. From the map, the Firebase will also be able to get those data to store in your Firebase, because Firebase is the last place that once the user log in, Firebase will Firebase will be able to save the user, so that he or she can be able to use the app very well. So that is the use of that one. The other one we have here is delete map. So same thing, like I said, if you want to delete the map that you store in your list map, so you want to delete the map of the list map, so you get it, click on put this kind of option, where you make a delete and any delete icon, and you put the action in there. Once the icon is being clicked, it will remove the map of that list map. So the other one is sort it, like I show you. This one is known as sort it. So the sort it is that this particular one known as sort it. You want to sort, maybe you want to say from username to first name before middle name, or from first name to username before middle name, or from the item, or like something like item, something like maybe you want to say from the size of the item, the name of the item, like icon of the item, any you want to make it. You want to make it from up to down, or from down to up, or any you want to set it is by sorting. You sort it ascending, we have a different type of, say, ascending. So why do we have this boolean? You may ask yourself, we have some boolean this thing here. We have booleans here, boolean shape value. We have a string value. The string value is that if the list was talking about let me say education, if the list was for education, then they say, okay, sort the list map. What's the list map? This map now. Sort the list map key. What's the key? The key was education. So now is number. What's the number? You use the boolean variable. What's the boolean variable? How can you make use of this place? You come to operator, is number. Maybe you make something like, let me show you. Is number 50 equal to 10, or pick random. You can use this one also. Is number, you put forth. So now say is ascending. If it's what it means that if it is in number, if in number form, yes means that it will go 1 2 3 4 5. If you are using false is like you want it to start from 10 9, like you start from 10 down, 10 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. So if you are using ascending is in form of letters. If you are using true, it will mean that the number will be, let me say 4, the number will be something like 1 1 3, or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and the letters will come down and start A B C D E F G H I J K S, like down. Okay, now that's how that one works. So it means we want to sort in our list. So that's the last let me say the last list map. The other phase 4 list map we have here, I'll remove this one. Let's remove these ones. The last 4 block, like before already, we have this one on mind. We understand this now. So the other one is to clear list. You want to clear the whole list, the entire list. The other one is the list, add all from the list. You have the list string, like a string view. You add it from the other list to here. So the other one is the length of the list map that we have. If the length of the list map is 0, if the length of the list map is 20, it means you have reached the maximum and all those things. So this one is delete at the position. So once a position once say, oh, I have you can put something like first name, second name, third name. So in the option, you have option for them that they can remove their middle name, then remain the first name and the surname. So it means, how can they remove it? Maybe you show the icon on how to click here to remove your surname or your middle name, or press an O to remove your middle name. So once that option is added, that means you add this particular block in that option. It means that once it press an O, the position of that press an O will be deleted. It can be deleted off, so it will only remain name, first name, and the surname. So that is the use of this list. I believe this video has been an help to you, and you have let me say you have this teaching clear and emphasis. So if you have any question to ask, you still have some doubts concerning this our tutorial, meet up in our Telegram channel, or you comment in the comment section of this video. If you still need most of the tutorial concerning or in this Sketchware tutorial, we have the playlist link this video. So you click on it and you go into it, you learn more. If you have not yet watched the previous episode, don't jump into this one. I believe, or maybe after this video, go back and understand the beginning of this episode till this one, so that you'll be able to be clear and understand what is Sketchware and its uses. Thank you for watching this video. See you in our next episode. In our next episode, we will cover this section known as control. Our next episode is talking about control, the use of all these blocks that are here in control. As you can see, we have few blocks, but they used to be more than this. I will also show you why they are like this and why we don't have others of the block. Thank you for watching this video. See you in our next episode. Goodbye.